Hey you guys, it's your girl Starr Kraziness, and I'm coming to you with another Love and Hip Hop recap, season 5, episode 5, and it's called Watch Your Back. Yeah, yeah. You know I'm goofy, but anyway, let's get into it. So we come to the episode, and we back with Karlie and Joseline. Joseline telling her, "Look, honey, all what you saying don't mean nothing but a thing. But if you keep having my name in your mouth, it's gonna be some problems. This envelope I got worth a whole lot of information will be going to the blogs. So if you keep doing put my name in your mouth, it will get leaked. And I'm letting you know I am the person who's gonna leak it." And so Karlie Red goes, "Oh my gosh, Jocelyn, you're so evil." And she was like, you know how they had a little confessional. "I'm evil. Evil would be me whooping your. That will be evil. That will be evil. But what was that wrong? But no, I'm coming to you like a lady and telling you up front, mess with me and you will get clapped back on. Okay? So they don't get none resolved. Karlie Red like tearing up, and she just walks out like she always do. So then we have Kirk, Rashida, Kelsey, which is Kirk's daughter, Young Jock, Little Scrappy. So it starts off with, and they're at a lounge called Blue Ivory. And it starts off, you see Kelsey doing her thing on stage, whoop de whoop de woo. And so Rashida was like, "Yeah, we here to support Kelsey. See what she got going on at the showcase." Her performance, it was, alright. She do sound like a little Minnie Mouse going around there. Her voice, you really have to get used to. And it's like a little squeaky, like annoying voice, like shut up type of voice. So you gotta get used to it. But all in all, she did an okay job. But that's not really why they was there. They're supposed to hash this whole Kirk and Scrappy little beef thing that got going on. Because, Kirk said he didn't care of not showing up at the little thing that little Scrappy had going on in court. So he could, have custody of his child. I think what is her name? I don't think her name is Erica. I forgot the girl child's name, but yeah, so we leave from cause after Kelsey finishes, she was like, "So yeah, what y'all think?" They said you did a pretty good job. Just need a little, work on some stage presence, blah blah blah. And she's like, "Okay, so are y'all gonna sign me to D-Lo?" And I was like, "Not quite yet. You still got a little work to do." So they leave from there backstage. Then they go to like this little, I guess, VIP area where Scrappy and Jock, sitting down waiting for him. So, Jock said his little 2 cents and change. And then Scrap, he was like, "Look, I needed you. I know you was trying to go get that paper, but I need you. You could at least hit me up as soon as you heard the news and be like, 'Hey, Scrap, I'm not gonna be able to make it. So you might need to find somebody else or something.'" That's all Scrap wanted. He just wanted you to be real with him. Not have this like I don't give a freak attitude. So something in Kirk's mind is gonna be like, "Yeah, you're right. You are totally right. I should have, since you put it, oh, my hair. Since you put it like that, if I was in that situation and it was my daughter Kelsey and we doing like, yeah, I'm wrong. Nigga, you knew you was wrong from the get go. Like, why you had to have this epiphany now?" So they, dap it up like, dudes do, blase, blase, blase. So they supposed to be cool now. Okay, so then we have Jocelyn and Stevie J. They go to this place called Scales 925. And it's supposed to be where she's gonna have her video release party church. So she feeling it, yeah, I like this, and blah blah blah. She goes to tell Stevie she's inviting everybody. That means everybody she done had beef with, from Mimi to Tammy to Rashida to Jessica Dime. She ain't leaving nobody out. She want everybody to see how she has elevated from the wretchedness, which she really hasn't. Not she really hasn't, but she gonna put on the facade like she has. Stevie like, hold up. Are you just trying to, set this up for a big mess fiasco you have up your sleeve, stuff like that? She was like, no, I just want, these ladies to see what I'm doing. Check how a real boss do, all that talk they be talking. So then we're gonna mind that little chit chat they had. KK come in. When I tell you, Joseline just has no filter. We all know these people. She goes to say, well, she be like, hey girl, blah blah blah. So I heard you and Stevie had relations. Relations? Like, wait a minute. I thought this was his supposed to be sister, and I'm still confused on that. I don't know if they really related or they just say, hey, that's my sister, because he say they sister and brother. Then you have Mimi and Justin saying this is a lady he's calling his sister. I don't know. I'm just confused on the whole thing. But Steve said no, no. He do threesomes and all that, but no incest going on around here. So and then KK was like, nah, nah. And then they go to a little confessional. She talking about she must be a insecure woman and blah 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 and have you. So that's a little part ends, and then basically KK just talk about how Scrap de Leon is acting crazy in these streets. He wants me to apologize to his baby mama, which is never gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit down and talk to her. So boo, be gone. So Scrap, I mean not Scrap. Stevie, he was like, look, just talk to him. Try to, find a different route. Try to, get past this, because he need to see his son, whatever. Get from that. Come back. We have Mimi and Joseline. They walking out in this little, this part is scripted. They both coming out the car and stuff, and they walking like they in the video type premiere thing, bam. Bam, and Mimi talking about some, she basically she never thought she'd get to this point, but what the hey. So she invited Joseline out to go pick out some furniture. She not giving her address. Be smart about that. So she don't want to come over the house. But she gonna, chit chat. So they chit chat, and Joseline, she was like, I want to meet your girlfriend and stuff like that. So I'm inviting y'all. I'm inviting you to invite her to my little video premiere for church. And she was like, oh, okay. And she was telling Mimi, go ahead and invite the other ladies too, so they can come out, have a good time, let bygones be bygones. Okay. Then she, brings up KK. And I'm like, what she got now? Because this girl is bringing information from the woodworks. I mean, dang. Every time you see her and she interacting with a female on here that she didn't mess with, she got an envelope. Like, what is in this envelope? So we actually found out what was in this envelope. Lord and behold, she done dug up some information on KK. Mug shots. She was on America Most Wanted. She she had her something about she went to jail and stuff like that. I was like, oh my gosh. And I did, before the show even premiered, they already had this information on the internet, and I was like, they actually let this lady on TV? Don't she supposed to be locked up somewhere, especially if she's on America Most Wanted? But yeah, go look her up if you haven't, KK and them. Yeah. So, Mimi was shocked. She was like, oh. But she knew Joseline, she ain't all changed. She just trying to have messiness at another level, basically. So, she was like, okay, thank you for this information. We gonna keep it moving. So then we get to the Omen Agency. Basically, this is like a production company, and it's a venue basically where you can like show off different like for this particular event they had Sass, which is Scrap brother, I think. do his mixtape, like premiering his mixtape, like one of his songs off his mixtape. So stuff like that, showcase and stuff like that, advertising. Get your name out there on these streets. So he performs his song, "I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog," roof. And that is the funniest thing. And people just, singing along to it. And I mean, to me, I don't like the song because you already saying this is you a dog. You know for sure you a dog. This is how you gonna treat females, baby mama. Ugh. That's how you live your life, do you, boo? So we he finishes performance says, then they go like downstairs, I guess, to where you like in this room or whatever. I guess like a prompt type room to get you ready for your performance or whatever. And they was just talking about Dollar and how they miss him and how his birthday coming up and how every time they go his birthday come up they go to his grave site, pay respects, stuff like that. And then Sass bring up the whole situation, like what's up with you and mama, what's going on. And Scrap De Leon tells him, mama ain't budging. She know I'm not asking her, just to do this. It's for a reason. I want to see my son king or whatever. And she's just not budging. Lo and behold, once again, KK pops up. So she was like, saying, that's your son as well. You shouldn't be having to not see your son. You have some say so in this too, and blah blah blah. We can take her to court. I'm gonna take her to court. You got a lot of other stuff to worry about, KK, but we ain't even going there. So they didn't get it solved. They still was going bickering back and forth and stuff like that. And then he made a comment where she was talking about she gonna beat Tierra A, and he was like, you 50 some years old walking around like you doing something, but they got that mentality. So anyway, then we get to Mimi house. And Chris and her having like this intimate moment. But she's also going to tell her some news. She's going to drop some knowledge. So she was basically telling her that the Jordans are back in Atlanta. Chris already knew that she don't like the fact that they're back in Atlanta because she thinks it's going to hinder or put some type of pressure on her and Mimi relationship. And she don't like Joseline because she put her hands on her woman. She don't like Stevie because the way he treated Mimi and how he had Joss on the side and still all that messy stuff that we've been having to see on these past seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And so she just basically like, well, Joseline, and then she made a comment, I think I wrote it down. Chris was like, don't know how to deal with baby daddies. Yeah, just let that soak in. I mean, who does? Who like if you for females, we don't know how to deal with baby mamas. Just keep your distance. Keep your distance and not keep mine. Okay. Don't get run up to get done up, boo. Don't do it. So this show just so dramatic. It just made me want to be dramatic with it. But yeah, I'm like, all you gotta do is be what's the word I'm looking for? Cordial. I mean, it ain't like you gotta break bread with these people, like, ugh. But I know Joseline and Stevie, they a lot to handle. But she further goes on. Mimi tells Chris, well, Joseline invited me to her little video premiere party, and she wanted you to come, so I'm inviting you as well. So will you come? Chris like, wait, you can be easily, you can forget and forgive, but I damn sure ain't gonna forget what they did to you. And I'm very, she was saying she's overprotective of her, whatever. And she's just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come. Oh, and I forgot, she did ask, Mimi asked if she want to go to, come over to housewarming. She want to invite all the girls. And Chris like, I don't do none of those little girly things. So she really taking this. She's the man in the relationship. She really is. So, yeah, but Chris don't know. She said she'll think about it. Come find out she came. Cause yeah, we know who we dealing with. Now this is the most crazy. I'm telling you, their girl Tommy, she needs some psychiatric. Hold on, is that I'm saying it right? Psychiatric. There we go. Help for real. This girl come walking down the street. Almost, you might as well just been butt booty ball nigga like in Martin. We like butt booty ball. But you almost might as well been that. I mean, everything was clearly. But her whole thing is if she walk up in there sexy, looking like he know he want this, type of thing. Then I guess the girl supposed. I don't even know what she was thinking, but whatever. So he opened up the door. He like, hold on, what? And she just pushing him like, get out my way. Let me. Who you got up in this crib? Where she at? So I can pop one off on her. I'm like, oh my gosh. Breathe, Tommy, breathe. I mean, she just busting through the door. The girl done went from the upstairs to the downstairs to in the laundry room. Like, what was the girl gonna hide in the not the cleaners, in the dryer or the washing machine? Like, oh my god, she going behind curtains. Like, where she at? And Scrap DeLeon, he was like, what in the heck? What are you looking for? And he was like, I hope you find what you're looking for because ain't nothing here, So she come downstairs and he like, what's going on? She was like, well, Joseline told me you had this woman up in your house, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So come to find out it wasn't nobody in the crib. She felt so stupid. Then she started crying or making believe like she was crying. And then he was like, you doing all this, you doing all that. You know what type of situation I'm in. And then you crying. She was like, I'm not crying. I'm like, clearly, you know what? She might not be crying because every time you think she like emotional, she turns right back to like sinister, like, I'm not crying, same thing. Like, this girl is loco. So, she was like, what she said, I can't even remember because that scene was just totally just crazy. And what I'm about to tell you is even crazier than when she walked up in there. So she was like, F you, F your mom, F blah, blah, blah. Can't take this no more. Am I going crazy? Is Joseline just telling me this to, make me look crazy? Is he just doing yes, you're looking certifiable. They really should come pick you up and take you to the loony bin because I really don't know what's going on up in there. I really don't. I just want you to get some help. Some serious, like, sit down, meditate, woosah. So she walks out the door, then she be like, throw some money up like he a stripper, like, about a check, Then she running out the door. She hit this girl. I'm confused on how she even got here, even though half this stuff is scripted. But she running down a rental, like the little like U-Haul type thing, but it was another company, which of course they had to blur it out. But it's like a truck rental. She, basically trying to run them down, like, need a ride. And then the producers, people coming out there like, just keep going, just keep going. She a little lonely. She a little lonely. They pulling her off the street. I'm like, why are you trying to hitchhike a ride? How did you get here in the first place? Don't tell me you walked all the way from where you lived. Yeah, get that girl some help ASAP. So it goes commercial. We come back. Stevie and the boys, they go paintballing. They're having a good time. Scrap was like, he wasn't about to come, but his big butt there. I love me some Scrap. She's naive, what I'm saying? So they all come from paintball, and they take like a little break, just to talk or whatever, because they needed a scene, of course. So, and then guess who up in the group now? J Nix for the Dirty Boys. I'm like, okay, I see you. You making some cameo appearances. Go get your bad self, boy. What's that song? Okay. But anyways, so Stevie, it was like, what made you, come back to the A? And he was like, my, we got the movie down here. I want to be closer to Eva. Then he was talking about his dad and all this and that. And it was like, how did you get these women to, just coexist? He was like, it's the beefcake or something like, nigga, whatever. So, then, Scrap De Leon tell his problems. So he goes to say, well, Jocelyn done told Tommy that I had another up in the crib and she was giving me money, blah, blah, blah. And Steve was like, oh, not again. Why? He was like, Jocelyn, what are you trying to do? Start something? Like, really? And so, he told me he gonna have to go check that and this and that. And that was like basically what happened to me in that scene. So then we got the housewarming. So who was there? We had Rashida, we had Jessica Dime, we had, I think I want to say Tammy, and I think I'm saying her name right, Ariana. And they Mimi, invited Tierra. And did I say Carly Red? Yeah, Carly Red, she came. So basically, it was just girls' night, talking, chit chatting or whatever. And she was telling how Jocelyn, was trying to turn this new leaf, because we're trying to basically do what's right for Eva. She don't need to see all this bickering and fighting and blah blah blah. So we coexisting right now. And then she goes to tell the ladies, well, she's having this video premiere and she wants all of y'all to come. Tammy was like, that can't be for me, because she made it clear she didn't like me and this and that. And she was like, well, I don't know, some of y'all got I'm sorry, apology. I didn't get that, so I know she wasn't trying to invite me. And so the other girls was like, Jessica's like, no, keep that ish moving. I ain't trying to get in nothing that is related to her. And so, basically they said no, they're not coming. Don't even waste your time. We're not going. So then Carly Red come up in there. She tells what happened between her and Jocelyn at the Lavavia, the little restaurant. So she was just telling her how she brought this envelope, telling my son if she speak her name, disrespectfully, she gonna post it to the blogs, this and that, and then gonna say further, she gonna invite me to her video premiere. So Carly, you probably be there just to see what's going on, cause you messy, like always. So then we come to Jocelyn's party. Everything looks alright. The way she was talking, I thought it was going to be a little more spectacular, but it was just like people that, extras, and then the people that's part of the cast just there. Then, it wasn't what she made it seem like, just put it that way. So, Mimi and Chris walk in and, do like a little sidebar before they actually go meet Jocelyn. And she was like, gonna meet the Jordans. And, Chris, she's just there just for support. Because she really doesn't want to be there. She really doesn't want to hear Jocelyn's mouth. So she goes up there, she's like, who is this young lady? And Chris, she's like, I'm not young and I'm not a lady. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? You really taking this to the whole other, really, Chris? Clearly we know you want to be a boy. But you, okay. So, they go to talking and, Chris not really liking what Jocelyn's saying. Then Jocelyn just had to bring up what her, Mimi, and Stevie did. She was like, what she said? She was like, did she give you better tongue action than I do? I was like, damn. And Chris like, ho, ho, ho. Like, You didn't have to bring up that Mimi, and Stevie had a threesome. Like, that could have been kept in your mouth, whatever. And I'm like, dang. Her crazy antics have just begun. And then, they shut it off, and we gotta wait for the next episode. Next episode looks interesting, more drama. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my recap of Love and Hip Hop ATL. ATL. Okay. Season 5, episode 5. What is it called? I just had it. Oh, Watch Your Back. I think it was. Let me make sure. Yep. Watch Your Back. Backstabbers. That OJ, some of my old people. Backstabbers. Okay. But anyways, like this video, share this video. Thank you for my new subscribers that's on the team now. Y'all some gems in my book. We all gems, we all unique, blah blah blah. So yeah. Thank you, YouTube, for the support. Just out here trying to do my thing, my thug thizzle. Like little Scrappy say, thug thizzle. So yeah. I'll see you on the next recap of Love and Hip Hop AT.
You moving it back. Plug. They say, yeah. Hey. They say fame makes you change. But I'm the one with